Hey, a bunch of puncha here, and I got some Avatar Legends gameplay for you all. This is from the final release of the game. I know I'm a bit late in coming out with this video. I was busy with like the Tokon beta and stuff. So, but regardless, I thought I would give, just some of my impressions of the current state of the game as well as on some of the characters that I finally got to try now that the game is like fully out. Um, I don't want to harp on this point too much because I know other content creators have, but unfortunately, the launch of this game hasn't been great. Just giving a brief rundown of some of the problems that people have encountered. Some of the combo trials don't work, in particular with like the actual demo, right, where they're supposed to show you how the combo is done. The CPU drops it. Some characters are outright missing combo trials, like we see with like I think Avatar Aang and like Nightmare Korra are missing like their like expert combo trials. Some characters are like missing animation polish and just polish in general that other characters have. And it's very unfortunate. I guess like a lot of other content creators, I have to emphasize that none of these issues are enough to like mar the actual experience of fighting in the game. But it sucks. Yeah, it does suck. I am hopeful though. The devs have announced on Twitter that they will be working on the game post launch to fix up some of these issues. So I'm kind of hoping for like a 2xkxa situation where 2xkxa also had kind of a rough launch, and not to say that the game is in like a perfect state. I think like the console port is still having issues here and there, but it's in a much better state with like a lot of the patches that they came out with over time, and so I'm hopeful that like Avatar Legends can have a similar turnaround. Unfortunately, with how the game is now, a lot of people have said that it feels like the beta just now with more characters, and I kind of agree because a lot of the criticisms that I have from the beta kind of carry over. So if you want like my full thoughts on like, I guess if you want like my more spelt out thoughts on a lot of my own criticism of the game, you could watch the previous video. But just the quick rundown here. Unfortunately, you still can't hide the replay UI, so apologies for that. I think this game has just kind of set that I do not like dash as a macro. I much prefer it as its own button, especially like if you compare it to Tokon has the quick dash button. I've been getting into Say the Wolves where they tie dashing to like the rev button, so it's kind of like an in between, but since the rev is really only used for rev blocking, it's not like the same issue that you have in this game where again, you could get like just random, like EX moves if you're dashing too fast, right? So, there's that. I guess kind of going into some of the characters I finally got to try out more. I got to play more Kyoshi. She is fun. I see how now, how she is kind of more approachable, especially if you compare it to like a lot of other members of the cast. I don't know if she. I mean, I might have to get more used to her. I can't get a feel for her like her normals compared to like some of the other compared to like some of the other characters. So there's that. But yeah, she she's fun. I think I don't know if she's like a main for me. But yeah, I mean, she is fun. The other character, though, that I think is a lot more interesting that I finally got to try was Ozai. Now, it's kind of hard for me to assess Ozai because he is one of the, like I mentioned earlier, he is one of those characters that is lacking polish to his animations and, some of his, moves and stuff like that. He's like 99% of the way there, but because of that I don't know, when they do add the polish to him, I don't know how much he's going to change in terms of his gameplay. From just the impressions I get of the character now, I kind of get like he kind of feels more like the dedicated grappler of the game. Like I know during the beta and like some of the earlier, times that people got to try the game, a lot of people are saying that, oh, Toph is the grappler because she has a command grab, which I disagree. I don't feel like she plays like a grappler. You know, she does have the command grab, but it's not really a core part of her toolkit. It's mainly like occasionally you get it off in a match. I felt like she was more, at least with the variation that I played with her, she felt more like a big body bruiser, you know, having these armored moves that you utilize to like kind of catch your opponent off guard, right? Whereas with Ozai, he does have more of like the command, like the different command grabs. He has like a counter grab, right? And he gets like the heftier, like the real hefty damage with a lot of his command grabs. Unfortunately, I just found it very hard to use him because I don't know if I'm wrong with this. Maybe somebody can correct me. But like his command grab, like, okay, with the character like Zangief, right? You have like different strengths to your like standing SPD, right? Where it kind of affects like the range in which you grab your opponent, but the trade-off is you have different like, you know, frame data. Like you're more minus if you whiff on like the heavy command grab, but with Ozai, it felt like you had to be like right up next to the opponent, so I can never hit the command. I think I like hit the command grab maybe once or twice, right? It had like the same range as like his regular grab, so the only benefit really of using the command grab is like, I guess, the damage and the fact that you can't like tech it in the way that you can a normal grab. So I don't know. I guess I'm curious to see how, like, if they come out with a character trailer. You know what this game could benefit from is like character guides, to like similar to what you have with Tokon. You know, that's like a good way to get people hyped on these characters and to help them kind of understand, like, you know, who to go for. I hope they come out with that in the future. Or, you know, maybe there are content creators that are already taking that role themselves. I don't really know. But anyways, yeah, I just couldn't really get a feel for Ozai. So I think right now, honestly, I'm kind of settling on Toph as my main. I think she's just a ton of fun. I like her armored variation, where you just mow through your opponents. But that being said, honestly, and I want to emphasize, this isn't because like Avatar Legends is bad or anything, but I don't know how much I'm going to stick with this game, just because my steak is actually too juicy. Like, oh my god, Street Fighter 6, we're getting Yasmin soon, who I want to try out more. We're getting, I've been getting into City of the Wolves. I've been having a ton of fun with Krauser. What else? Oh, Tokon is coming out. Hopefully they fix up like the performance issues, because I was one of those people that, you know, was getting lag throughout my experience. And that's the whole reason why I'm not going to be doing a Tokon video for the beta. I just couldn't get anything decent from it. God, is there anything else? Maybe might be some indie releases down the line I want to check out, so I just don't know if I'll have the time for Avatar Legends. If for whatever reason you want to see me play Avatar Legends, now is the time to tell me in the comments. You know, otherwise I don't see myself really sticking with this game that much. Also because it might just not necessarily be for me. I'm not really into like the heist movement. I don't have that like energy, right, for like the high movement games like this. I prefer like slower, grounded, like, you know, Street Fighter, all that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Take care and enjoy the rest of the fights.
No! I swear to follow no rule. Round 2. Begin! I'll show you what this match is. No! My honor. I swear never to make an honest